are watching Bumblebee with me. Speakers. Let's just talk about these speakers for a second. My camera's straight, my camera's not straight, my camera's straight. These are my Monitor Audio Bronze ones. They were my first proper speakers. They have a magnetic grille because, ooh, fancy. So the cool thing is, when you want to detach this and attach it, you just kind of float it there and it just kind of floats off. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at these speakers, man. Oh, they're just heavenly and filthy. Oh my god, and a little bit crusty at the back. That's my fault. Monitor Audio, I love you. I love you so much. One of the nicest looking tweeters I've ever seen, with this really nice grille and the lovely text there. The cool thing is, this is a really subtle touch, right? What you probably might not notice is the inverted surround, and then on that inverted surround, like up here, Monitor Audio, you have Monitor Audio written in the inverted surround. How cool is that, with their little logo and everything? And don't these look cool? They look so fucking cool. They look awesome. Alright. They're not these, but they look cool in a different way to they look cool. These look cool because they're really clean and simple, and would look really nice with a simple grille like that, but unfortunately they don't provide that. They just give you that massive thing. But it is magnetic, and these ones aren't. They're little poled ones, so you have to put them on the right way or they fall off. And people get angry at you in the comments. Oh, you put it on backwards. I don't care, mate. Look, I can put these on upside down if I want to. You're mad. It's just the coolest little thing, man. These are my first proper speakers. And I absolutely adore them. Adore them. And there's a reason they're here, is because I don't want to get rid of them. Because I really like them, and I might use them as monitors for my desk, because at the minute I have those little things, and oh, fucking hell, mate. I can't be bothered. I also have these that I'll be doing a review on, and they'll be sitting up there. By the way, these towers are off. These sides are off. The only thing that's getting power are these little bookshelves. Nothing else. That is literally it. And they're sitting on a bit of foam to isolate them as much as I can. This one's a bit wonky, it's like that, but it don't really matter. I don't think a centimetre of the tweeter being out of balance will affect the way it sounds. Anyone that says it does, shut up, you're a knob. Right. One thing I do want to say about these speakers, I love them. I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. They're not my towers. These do things that other speakers can't. They do things that bookshelves shouldn't. Even these can't do. They have the best imaging I have ever heard on a bookshelf. These can't image incredibly well, but they image well enough to be a surround, hence why they're there and not here. And I've got the towers that do incredible imaging. I don't know what's changed between them, because they're the same speaker, except that one's slightly bigger. It's a 6.5, that's a 5.5. Same tweeter, same everything. And the tweeter's what normally does the imaging, so I don't know what they've done to that one that makes this one better. But anyway, back to the bookshelves. The Monitor Audios. I don't think I can put it in words. I think you just need to hear them. And yes, this is recorded in mono, and you're going to be hearing it in mono, even though you'll be hearing it from two different sides, and it's not stereo, it's mono, and you won't hear left and right, but you'll still be able to get a good representation of what they do and how they make sound. Because I listened back to the recording of this, and no, you can't hear things to the left and the right, but you can still hear how big the sound is. With these, you'll hear how far the sound is going. You won't hear where it's going, but you'll hear how far it's going, if that makes sense. So, we'll have a listen to these, and I might even do some cool little editing tricks and switch between these two playing, so you can hear both of them at the same time. You hear the difference between them. So let's have a little look. What do we want to play? I'm sorry, but it's got to be done. You can't hear it because it's turned down. That's better. And they go loud, man. They sound good. So yeah, they have nowhere near the thump that the bookshelves have, or the towers have. But for a bookshelf, that's not bad. They still hum. This is the best bit, man. What I will say about these speakers is they are very punchy. They are very good at being punchy. They give you that at the beginning, but they can't really carry bass. They can give you the punch, and they're very good at that because they're small little speakers, so they're fast responding, and they look pretty sleek as well. So I'm sure looking sleek affects sound drastically. No, I'm kidding. But they do look cool, and they sound awesome, and that they have some pretty decent excursion. As much as they're inverted surrounds and stuff, it doesn't really change the way the sound happens. It also doesn't change how much they can move. That's all to do with coil spacing and magnet size and stuff like that, and how much power you're giving them. But these are some of the craziest bookshelves I've heard. The only thing I can compare these to is they sound like a little less powerful LS50s, KEF LS50s. They sound like they're just a little bit underpowered than the KEF LS50s. Because the KEF LS50s have the biggest sound, and they have that UniQ driver as well, so they have like the speaker and they have like the tweeter in the middle of that. So imagine that tweeter in the middle of the speaker, and that's what KEFs are. And the speaker moved in the middle of the box. They're honestly about the same size as that as well, so it makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is how these cost me 125 quid, and I bought 4 of them, and they somehow were the best speakers I'd ever heard. And I've been to Can Jam London, stuff like that, and it was mental. And there's stuff there that you know, 30 grand speakers, like towers, like fucking Focals, and you know, like loads of shit, like Legacy 2s and like loads of stuff. But having these at home and being able to bring that kind of life back to music the way that I like it, like, because I love all of these headphones. They all do different things. They're boring, DT770. They just sound flat, which is what they're supposed to do. My favourite are probably, I have 2, Civica Phoenix, Sennheiser 559s. They sound the best to me, and I love the way they sound. And then second to that, Audio-Technicas, and then blah, 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 blah. But there's one that trumps them all, and it's down there, and it's called the Harmonic 9s. And there's a review coming on them, but just not yet, because I need to prepare myself. It's going to be a crazy one. These do things that speakers shouldn't. And that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're going beyond their expectations. I talked about these towers throwing sound up and down, right? it's a lot easier for speakers to move sound left and right, because the limitations of there being walls there isn't really too much of an issue, because if you're putting these somewhere, you normally have more space this way than you do up and down. I've got a lot of space above me. These are like 9-foot ceilings, so the cool thing, or 10-foot ceilings, whatever, so I have a lot of space. The sound gets lost up there, you don't hear it. These do exactly what these towers do. They fire sound at the roof, and because it's got all these little indents on it, it kind of traps the sound, you don't hear it. But these used to, when I had them set up a little bit lower, they were angled slightly up as well, because they were lower than this. So the tweeter was basically pointing at the roof, nearly. And they sounded incredible, because they were throwing all the sound up above me, and I was hearing it kind of rain down on me. And when you was watching films and stuff, it was awesome. I really want to get Dolby Atmos set up for these. There and there. Be awesome. And maybe some speakers in the ceiling. But we'll see what happens. But it would be awesome. I think what we need is another song. Because we need another song. Here's a good song. Like I said, these don't really have the low end that the towers have, and you'll hear that, and I might do a direct comparison, but they're not the same. They're barely moving. They have a little port on the back as well. Don't know if you guys can see this. They have a cool little bumhole port with Monitor Audio written on it, and they have the Bronze One logo down here, and they also have a little mounting screw for up here and here, so you can use both of those, and this lovely nice little plate that I wish more speakers came with. It just looks so professional. I'll stop dancing. Got to get me dad dancing at least every vid, mate. You can't let me not do it. It's just how that works, mate. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. It's just how that works. Right, where's another good song? Because I am just getting lost in the world of audio that I love. It's just something about, you can listen to monitors all day long, and monitors will accurately produce the sound the way it's supposed to be made, or the way people argue it's supposed to be played, right? These will not give you accurate sound, they will give you what they think you should hear, and that's what I like. I don't like being told what I should hear, but I like it when I get them kind of suggestive cues of, here's a little bit more warmth, and here's a little bit more treble, and here's slightly more bass than it naturally had, and just a little bit more life to music. And that's what these do, and that's why I had them in the first place. These were my first step to getting these, and these do what they do better. And I wasn't expecting them to do that, and I didn't plan for that at all. When I bought them blind. I didn't know what they looked like, I didn't know anything about them. I just heard that Wharfedale were doing a sale for tower speakers for 250 quid, and I get surrounds with it if I pay an extra 100. So I spent 350 quid, nearly 400, because I bought some extra bits. And just for these, those and those, I paid 350 for the Monitor Audios. I had one here, one there, and one there. So I still had a 4.1, but I now have a 4.1 with tower speakers as my mains, so it's a bit better. And these are smaller speakers than those, but they make a lot more sound. But they're not as accurate, I would say. So it's just a way up of what you really want. Here is a song that I'm going to play that I actually adore, that you can listen to, because it sounds awesome. So let me shut up. Okay. Alright, cool.
Never had someone to show me
what I mean? It adds that life back. And it gives you that, everything sounds far away. It pushes the sound way back through them walls. And the best thing is I've made that even harder for it to do. Because I've put these foam panels up on this side. Alright, that side isn't fully done, it's portable. Whatever. I've made it harder for it to do that. They're now higher up, so they can't resonate from the floor and ceiling as much as they were. They're now directly facing me, so they can't do that either. And I've made it even more difficult for them to throw sound behind them, because I've put all these foam panels up everywhere. And they're still doing it. If that doesn't show you how good the imaging is, it has like I reckon it must be a good 5 foot radius around it, draw a circle around the speaker, 5 foot, like 5 foot circle. It can throw sound anywhere in that 5 foot circle. And these tower speakers have about a 10 foot circle. So they're just those on crack. It is honestly crazy what you can achieve with audio once you really kind of start looking into stuff. Not that I looked into stuff at all with the towers, as I've said, but the monitor audios, I really did my homework for those because it was my first big purchase and I wanted them to be perfect. And they weren't perfect, and I was not upset, but I wasn't pleased with them because I didn't understand what it was that I'd bought. When I got these, I wanted all the sound to be thrown directly at me like I'm wearing headphones, and I didn't realise you couldn't get that from speakers. But you can. And then I figured it all out. And I started doing more homework and realised that the amplifier I had wasn't good enough to give me that. So I bought the Marantz NR1608, plugged them into that, and instantly it was what I wanted. Instantly, I was just listening to songs and nutted everywhere. It was just exactly what I asked for. And that's exactly what these asked for, is a good amplifier. And they got it. And then things started happening. But again, with that thump, they have a really good thump. It's just carrying the bass that lets them down. It's the only thing that lets these little speakers down, man, I swear. The voices sound so good.
Someday I'll be better without you. They don't know you like I do, or at least the sides I thought I knew. I can't bear this time. It drags on as I lose my mind, reminded by things I find, like notes and clothes you left behind. Wake me up when all is done. I won't rise until this battle's won. My dignity's become undone, but I won't go. I can't do it on my own. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. I won't go. I can't do it on my own. If this ain't love, then what is? I'm willing to take the risk. So petrified, I'm so scared to step into this ride.
Just these make me appreciate music, honestly, because you don't realise what you're missing until you do. And I didn't realise what I was missing until I did. And it was only these that led me in the direction of buying all of these headphones. So fuck you for making me spend money, but thank you for showing me what audio was about. Because I didn't realise I was missing so much. When I got these, I had that Turtle Beach headset. And I thought that was the best audio I got. Because I was like, oh, it's 75 quid, mate. I spent 75 fucking squid on this one, mate. It's 75 fucking squid. I was like, you would not believe how good it sounds. And it did. It sounded good to me because it was bass heavy. And I was like, oh, that means power. I was young then. Bass doesn't mean power. I mean, it does if you're running a bass fan, but I mean, like, you know, 38 K12s, whatever, cool. Anyway, 38 fucking W12, JBL W12, or JL W12s, mate. Fucking hell. I only saw that once, I went, nah. Anyway. These. If you're looking for speakers, and you don't want to buy big towers like I did, and you want something more modest, better looking, or I don't know about better, oh, they're gorgeous, have my children, but if you want something a bit smaller and also classy looking, these are exactly what you want. Because you put the grills on, and they disappear. They look like every other pair of speakers, they just blend into the background. Doesn't matter what you got, doesn't matter where you are, these just blend in. They're now just a part of the furniture. And you take these off, and all of a sudden it's, holy fuck, look at those. Wow, they're cool. With the gold tweeter dome, and the fucking surround, and the cool little stainless steel, like, fucking speaker, and it's got all the cool trim, and it's got, like, the monitor audio written here, and it's got monitor audio written here, it's got monitor audio written here, and the inverted surround, and the... just the... fucking hell, it's gorgeous. That's exactly what they are. And that's exactly what you need. I'm going to make you spend all of your money this video. That's my plan. So you can become an addict like me. And I can have more friends. It's incredible what having decent speakers can do with your whole TV setup. Just by listening to shit. Like, literally. You want to watch the news, now you hear every single word they say, even when they fuck it up. Like, it's perfect. There's so much you can achieve. Frequency response isn't great on these. They fall off at, like, 60 hertz. Like I said, they can't carry the bass, but they can get you with that punch, man. They're really, really good at that. I can't remember how high they go up, nor do I care, because the true test of audio isn't what the graph says, it's what your ears say. And my ears say these sound fucking awesome. So that's what matters. Yeah, let's find a final song to play us out. Final song to play us out. Right, go on, watch it. Because say a song in your head and I'll pick it. I promise I've got the same song in my mind. Right, you got it? I got it. Right, okay, what was it? Not got a clue, mate. Let's find something. Yeah, Thriller. Thriller works. That's all that side. Now it's over here.